we are VFX and animation house. So we're always looking for new tools to provide to our artists, team members, collaborators, to enable them to access our secure infrastructure, but also very robust workstations. This type of equipment and this type of security is embedded within our infrastructure. So how can we allow our team members to work from home while accessing all of this? And we were always looking for tools like this. So that's the primary reason why Boxel Studios needs to enable artists to work remotely. But on top of that, that it's fast, that it's secure, that it has the quality that we need, and we're constantly looking out for solutions. So this is completely not COVID related. This is how can we balance the work-life scenario with our artists, and that's the main reason. Curiously enough, we have a protocol that it's called in-studio home office, and that protocol means that we are going to enable you to work from home without any type of compromise. That's the main idea. While searching the web, Splashtop came to be one of the first queries on the web. But on top of that, it had excellent reviews from other in other forums, in other sites. Many people and many other professionals were talking highly about Splashtop. So we gave it a try. They were actually comparing Splashtop to very, very high-end solutions that are out there. And we gave it a try, and to our surprise, it was an excellent solution. It's not that they're not great, they're good, but their primary focus is for IT departments to service and support machines. That's more the focus. It's not necessarily a tool to enjoy your user experience remotely with your computer, but rather more give support. It's we found it more like that, and they're very good. But in some of the cases, the compression of the video going from point to point is for us renders it not useful. And then we tried other solutions, what it's considered to be a hardware protocol, no compression, lossless solution. We tried other solutions like that, and they're really, really good as well. However, they are highly dependent on distance. So if your computer and your artist are very far away from where they need to log in, the latency, which is basically distance related, plays a crucial role on the experience. And again, Splashtop provided a fast, almost near no compression feeling, and being cloud-based, it's really not dependent on the point-to-point distance of the user. So that's all. We tested multiple solutions out there, and the reason that Splashtop came to be our solution and on top is because it's very well rounded and very well thought. How fast we could deploy the solution, ease of use. How fast we can deploy it, it's just magic. And second, what is the end user report to the studio, to Boxel? So you asked me earlier, you tried other solutions out there, yes. And the users were saying, it's too cluttered, it's too slow, this is not what I wanted, it's taking too much of my window. If I do this, this happens. We deployed Splashtop, immediately we were getting emails from our artist. Wow, this is great. This is this now I can really work. So now I can really get my job done. So you start getting that user satisfaction, everyone. So everybody, any team member, let me answer it this way. If you are an artist or a collaborator working at the studio, you're going to get enabled with a Splashtop account. The main idea is that when we deploy your workstation here at the studio, if you're a modeler, you're a rigger, you're an animator, you're a compositor, whatever role you're playing, and you need access to a workstation at the studio, you're going to get a Splashtop account. But the core of the studio uses PCs, and you're talking about Threadripper's PCs with 3990s. You're talking about computers with more than 120 gigs of RAM. So you're talking about very robust systems. You're talking about video cards are Quadro RTX 8000s. So you're talking about very, very high-end workstations that have access to software like Maya, like Nuke, like all of the Adobe suite. You're talking about animation software like Toon Boom, high-end modeling software like Modo from the Foundry. So that's the type of software that the artists are using in a very efficient way through a very good set of monitors, a great like limited computer at home, but accessing this robust capacity at the studio. And what is lovely about Splashtop, at least the way that we're using is that it has tablet support. So all of the artists are being able to use their pen tablets throughout that remote connection. In the media and entertainment industry, remember that we're working with an intangible digital valuable piece of content that it will eventually get distributed by OTT, like a brand like Netflix and Apple Plus, Paramount Plus, and that's the value of it. So it doesn't serve a purpose if that content gets delivered prior to its actual commercial launch, because Splashtop is so secure. You have a backend for the administrators that have two-factor authentication. You have a platform that you can go to the user and allow them not to drag and drop files. They are literally, it's super, super secure. Some artists are allowed to use their own personal laptop to log in remotely. In the majority of the cases, we provide a thin client with monitors, keyboard, and mouse. So you are basically provided with a smaller system that has the necessary capacity to connect remotely. We were not using it for IT. We were using it for remote access. But now that we know that we have Splashtop Enterprise, the IT department is just, we took, I think, not to exaggerate, 80% of their workload, thanks to Splashtop Enterprise. Why? Previously, they had their own systems where they're controlling workstations per department, the modeling computers, the rigging computers, animation computers, compositing computers. And then they, for lack of a better word, manually went and managed all of those groups of computers and then deployed the software for those computers. With Splashtop Enterprise, they no longer do that. They basically create images in groups, and they manage those groups with a platform that it's digitally managed. And now that they can actually say, oh, okay, I want to manage all updates for all computers within this date of this hour, and boom, it gets irrigated to all of those computers. So now, how does the IT use Splashtop? There basically is their tool for maintenance, updates, patches, cycling up new images on new computers, you name it. Really, it became their maintenance platform for all workstations and PCs within the studio. It was amazing. It's just for us, it was a click, like a click purchase experience. That's the truth. It's like we always felt like you guys had a very robust user experience from the beginning, from the trial up until an actual acquisition of license. It's just a bliss. It's a no hassle experience. You need to add more users, click, more users. Super simple. And on top of that, you have excellent support. immediately gave us a call. Guys, what else can we do to support you and even make this experience better? Boxel, did you know that you could do this, and this? And if we enable this function, you actually now have ultra high frame rates. You have 60 frames per second on your experiences. Well, what else can I say but to be super happy about the type of support that Splashtop has provided to Boxel. We proud ourselves to have very good relationships with our software and technology partners. We consider you guys our technology partner, and you guys have made it very easy for us to have the best experience possible with Splashtop. We wanted to figure out a way to increase productivity while balancing the work-life scenario of artists. That's the why. So for us, the fact that the artist can work from home 2 days a week or 3 days a week and not impact its deliverables, for us, that's a win already. We were having issue in recruitment. So we were having to pay expenses to relocate people that artists that are based in other parts of the world. We have artists from India. We have artists from Argentina. We have artists from Madrid, from Europe. We have artists from Italy. We have artists from the US, artists from Canada, right? And in the pre-pandemic world, we all think under the same roof, and we have to relocate people. We can offer contracts to people now wherever part in the world without having to spend relocation fees and transferring those savings into our artists and collaborators. So then being able to offer better salaries because some of those savings can now be spread across the workforce.